Alrighty, guys. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream, my friends. Hope everyone is doing well. Glad to have you guys here. So we got ourselves a big day today that we are covering here a little bit. We do have that moderate risk that we've been kind of tracking over the last little bit, which we are going to be monitoring here. So let's go ahead and jump on into it, folks. What's up, guys? You might have noticed that the background's a little different here. I moved back to a different room. So I did all that last night and everything. But anyways, folks, so yeah, we do have a lot of activity starting to kick off here. We do have a couple of tornado watches in effect. We have one across Texas going into Oklahoma, one for Kansas, northeast Kansas going in towards Missouri, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin. So we are looking out there for that. Let's see here. We got Evan. We have Abby, Velocity, Mark, Crystal, Crosby. Let's see. Found by Chance, Ronaldo. What's up, guys? Ronaldo says, "Hey, Andrew. Hope you're doing well. Or hope you're well. Here in Stewart, Iowa, wondering if the cap is going to break or stay by now to the end of the night. Nothing is happening here. Could I get your opinion? Yep. No problem." So we were actually doing model analysis here yesterday whenever we were looking at the models and stuff. And from what it looked like, there isn't going to be that much of a problem with the cap for the most part here. I mean, pulling up the instability, it seems like there's not much of a warm layer really going on here. It seems like the cap is relatively free. There really is no not a strong cap here. There's a little bit of a cap in like eastern Iowa going on right now, but that is set to eventually break here, which I can actually bring you guys over to the models and stuff, which we'll go ahead and do here now. Let's go ahead and bring up the models. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and do this. They changed this a bit. Hold on a minute. I need to do something real quick, you guys. Hold on a minute. Here, let's go ahead and pull up the GFS, or the HRRR real quickly. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. And then we'll bring up the future radar here. Let's do precipitation. Here we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and have you guys over here quickly to that real quickly. So let's go ahead and bring up our HRRR here. We're going to go ahead and load that. So, so right now, we just kind of have this bit of a line kind of working its way through southeastern Minnesota up in north central Wisconsin. Models, have that continuing. You can kind of see we might get some storms, maybe some discrete cells developing here within the next couple of hours here. And so we'll have to look out there for that. That could develop at any time, really. While the environment is very much capable for, like I mentioned, while the environment is very, very much capable for all kinds of severe weather, there isn't much of a cap. I think a lot of it's going to be, a way to get those storms going, in terms of a source of lift. Let me bring up the instability real quickly. Actually, we're going to overlay that too. It's best just to overlay everything. So let's add up our instability. Let's also add convective inhibition here too. Let's see here. I'm going to add this. Bear with me here. Yeah, I'm going to make it to where the convective inhibition here is black, so you can kind of see where that cap is. The cap does kind of break here. It looks like it is going to be broken for a while. I mean, there's not much of a cap going on. Over the next little bit, like right about now, I mean, things should be pretty much free to convect. It's just, like I said, getting those storms off and going essentially is that. But anyways. Let's see here. Anthony says, will Miami, Oklahoma get storms around Joplin, Missouri? So we do have a shot for severe weather. Let's go ahead and bring our thing over here real quickly. So let's go ahead and pull up our day one outlook here. Now, out there by Joplin, Missouri, we do have that level 2 threat here. You said up here in Miami. You can see Miami right there. So, yeah, you guys are in the level 2 threat. I mean, it is possible that we could get some strong to perhaps possibly some severe storms here. Tornado risk is a 2% chance probability here overall, which is pretty low odds. And damaging winds, 15% chance. And then lastly, our hail threat's a 15% chance here as well. So, yeah, there is going to be the potential for maybe some strong to severe storms in which we will have to be weather aware for. I mean, yeah, you'll definitely have to keep an eye out there for it because, it's going to be possible. SPC also did add a level 3 enhanced risk here for, the southwestern side of Oklahoma, as well as going down into, like, west central, kind of northwestern Texas here. So that's that. What's up, Logan? Hope you're doing good. Logan saying, hey, Andrew, looking less likely for storms in northeast Illinois. Let's see what HRRR suggests here. Let me go bring up the models again here. Let's take a peek back in the models here. Let's see what we got going on. Yeah. You can see, well, like I said, the environment's going to be very capable of storms all in the region here. But like I mentioned, only HRRR only shows X amount of storms firing. I mean, like I mentioned here, I mean, yeah, the environment's definitely going to be capable of some severe weather and stuff, but like HRRR does not really show much happening, to be honest with you. But hey, like I mentioned, this could look totally different here. I mean, grabbing a sounding, you can see that this is a pretty loaded environment here. I mean, we do got some veering winds, that curvature or hodographs here, good amounts of instability. Great moisture, all kinds of stuff going on here. So, it certainly is an environment where severe weather will certainly be possible. It just depends on if we can get some storms firing off or not. If they do, then, they'll be in a good environment. Let's see here. Ronaldo says, should I expect to see storms that may come out of nowhere and cause issues here? Yeah, I mean, that is certainly going to be a possibility, is that, some of the storms here are going to be, kind of just popping up randomly. And like I mentioned, the environment across Iowa is super unstable, in which, we certainly could see, quite a bit of activity across the state, given the fact that the environment is suitable for all kinds of severe weather and stuff. So, anyways. Here, let me go ahead and fix this here. Let's see. Hold on one second, you guys. Need to do something real quickly. Okay. Perfect. Had to get that set up there. Okay. No problem, man. Glad to help. Let's see. Is there going to be a tornado in Seminole, Oklahoma? The odds of getting a tornado specifically for Seminole is extremely low. So Seminole. Here, let's hop back over here real quickly, guys. Let's switch back to this. So Seminole, Oklahoma. So you are in that tornado watch. So the environment will be capable for tornadic activity in the region, but like I mentioned, the odds of Seminole specifically getting a tornado is going to be very, very low. So that's good. So the odds are very, very low. Now I think the percentage they have you in is a 5% chance for tornadoes. Let's see here real quickly. Actually, you know what? No, Seminole's in a 2% chance for tornadoes. So, yeah, I mean, the odds of you getting a tornado is extremely low. I wouldn't really be too worried about it. I wouldn't, obviously keep an eye on the weather. And if, warning does get issued or whatnot, then, yeah, of course, then, take action accordingly. But anyways, okay, so we got a couple tornado warnings going on right now. Southeastern Minnesota, we have a tornado warning for out there by Zumbrota, I think it is. Goodhue, Vasa, White Rock. Let's see here, also including Saugan, not too sure, and Pine Island. This is a radar indicated threat here for 18 minutes, so make sure you guys are in your shelter. I got another warning up here in extreme north central Iowa. For Ledyard and Lakota, also a radar indicated threat for 18 minutes left. So radar indicated means Just radars picked up some rotation as of now. No confirmation of a tornado, but like I mentioned, you know, regardless, confirmed or not, still you guys still need to be in your safe spots, okay? Because there is definitely rotation that is being detected. Yeah, that top one out here by Wanamingo, kind of see right in there is what we need to look out for. Yeah, you can see that is right there. That's kind of tightening up a little bit, kind of tracking towards good hue. Let's see here. Is there a better radar? I guess there's not really a better radar for this one. But yeah, they're by Ledyard and Lakota. A little bit of rotation going on there. So, anyways, what's up, Freebird? Hope you're doing good. Saying hi, Andrew. Hope you're having a great day. You as well. How is Central Indiana tomorrow? I think you guys are in a slight risk tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So they did actually add an enhanced risk here yesterday. So yeah, Indiana, we do have that level 2 threat out here. You know, across Indiana, you know, southern, central Indiana, we do have that level 2 threat for severe weather. So we do need to be weather aware tomorrow. Let's see, no tornado risk though. They don't have you in a tornado risk actually. Yep, no tornado risk here. We do have a 15% wind threat and a 5% hail threat here. So we do need to look out there for that. But, you know, nothing really tornadic-wise. You know, the odds are nothing super significant. Yep, no problem. Let's see here. Looks like the storms in Kansas are starting to move more west. What, these ones over here? Let's take a peek at reflectivity here. Yeah, these are tracking northeast here. Yeah, these ones are tracking to more to the northeast. It looks like Manhattan, Kansas is definitely starting to get some pretty big hail. Yeah, look at that 2.5-inch hail in that warning there. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust too. That's certainly a pretty big echoes there. So yeah, you know, that's going to be the concern today, guys. Like I mentioned, you know, not just big tornadoes, but also like super large hail and stuff like that too is going to be a big problem. What's up, Slide? Saying hi, man. Hope it's going good. Do I have an opinion on Des Moines, Iowa? Just confused because storm seems to be above, looking like nothing will hit. I appreciate it. Yep, no problem. So yeah, models haven't really been. You know, like I mentioned earlier, you know, the environment across Iowa is super unstable and certainly could support some thunderstorms and severe weather, yes. The only thing is that, you know, storms just getting that warm air off the ground and into the cooler atmosphere above, you know, a source of lift isn't really being made right now, I don't think. We have some gravity waves going over out here by Des Moines, actually just west of Des Moines here. So, I mean, this is just kind of something that models can't really pick up on. I mean, models are good up to a certain point in which, you know, yes, the environment is capable for severe weather. It's just if those storms can develop or not, you know, if that makes sense. You know, everything's in place for severe weather. It's just, like I said, it's just we gotta get a way to get those storms started. And if that happens, then you know, it could be pretty decent, pretty significant. So, but it's just very important to watch. I mean, yeah, right now it does look pretty clear. There's really not a whole lot of activity going on right now for central Iowa. But, you know, who knows? That could change definitely down the line. Let's see. Am I in a tornado watch? I'm in Moore, Oklahoma. That's El Reno. Where's Moore? Is it Moore near? Yeah, there you go. Moore. Yep. So you are in a tornado watch here for another 5 hours. It looks like. Yeah, we got a lot of tornado watches that's been issued here. We even have some out there by Texas too. Well, that one extends into Texas here. Kansas, a little bit of Missouri, Iowa, going up into Minnesota, Wisconsin here. We do have that. Got a little bit of convection, a little bit of storms up here in north central Wisconsin. Nothing really much going on out of that. Yeah, really the main thing right now is just this line. You know, it's kicking off here across like southeastern Minnesota. Still got that tornado warning for Pine Island and Zumbrata. Also good hue for the next 12 minutes. No problem, Overbuilt. You're welcome, Kermit. No problem. Slide says, I see probably hard to tell. Would I expect the storm to pop up, or do I think there'll be a low chance? Sorry for a lot of questions. No, you're good. It's just... It's really something that, you know, models or nothing really can pick up on. You know, it's like I mentioned, you know, the environment certainly is capable for storms, and like I mentioned, you know, if there was a way to achieve an updraft, you know, that warm air, you know, that moisture-filled warm air getting up into the cooler environment above, if there's a way to initiate that, like a trigger, then yes, storms would be, you know, certainly capable. It's just a matter of, you know, source of lift. You know, if we can get that warm air off the ground into the cooler environment above. You know, models, you know, aren't really good at microphysics like that, in which, you know, a local environment could be very, very much capable of producing, you know, like I mentioned, storms and severe weather. And then it's just something that models really can't pick up very well on. Pretty much the only thing we can do is just sit here and watch it. And if it does something, then there you go. But just know that the atmosphere is capable of big storms. Anyways, let me pull back up the meso analysis real quickly. So, I mean, you can see across Iowa we have a lot of instability going on right now. Here, let's move this down a little bit here. There you go. So you can see Iowa, there's a lot of fuel. You know, a lot of storms being over almost 3,000 joules per kilogram of instability. I mean, there's a lot of fuel out here. Tons and tons of fuel. I mean, our SQT charts, you can see a lot of instability, a lot of cape here. You know, pretty dry lower mid-level atmosphere, too. Could be good for some hail growth and stuff, too. You know, veering wind shear pattern, you can see those winds, you know, changing direction with altitude. You know, that churning that we do have here. And also looking at our hodographs, you can see that we do have some arches to them. So, you know, that's telling us, once again, that the winds are changing direction with altitude. And that's what gives that tornadic concern, really. Lower level wind shear, 850 millibar height. This is about 5,000 feet up or so. We're talking about 45, 50 knot lower level jet here. Which is pretty strong, yeah. And our mid-level wind shear is even stronger at around 70 knots, about 20,000 foot aloft, basically. So lots of instability, lots of, you know, wind shear. Our downdraft cape here is also pretty high, too, 900 to 1,000 joules. Definitely could support some strong gusts. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. You know, the environment's certainly capable of it. Certainly capable of it, but just we'll see. Okay, so we got a severe thunderstorm warning here northwest of San Angelo, out here by Sterling City. Got a severe thunderstorm warning here for 2-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Southwestern Oklahoma, out by Altus. We have a severe thunderstorm warning here for golf ball hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. We have another one here up in north central Texas for Chillicothe for 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and golf ball hail. Yeah, that's definitely a bad combo, too. You know, so make sure you're indoors away from windows at that point. Also, working our way up here into northeastern Kansas, out by Manhattan. Yeah, this is a pretty nasty storm. Golf ball hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. The one behind it for Ogden is for ping pong ball hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts out here, too. So, quarter hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. Looks like we just got a severe thunderstorm watch just got issued here for northeast Nebraska, southeastern South Dakota, and northwestern Iowa. It's got to be a new watch. God, I didn't see that there before, so. We're watching the one tornado warning here out by Pine Island and Goodhue. So heads up to you guys. So radar indicated threat, meaning that radar's picked up some rotation here. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, if you guys could help share this, it'd be greatly appreciated. You know, the more you guys can help share this, the more potential lives we could help. This is unfortunately some dangerous stuff, so we need everybody to be weather aware. I'm gonna bring up satellite. Yeah, look at that. Look at that big storm. Yeah, those are definitely starting to explode up in northeastern Kansas here. Let me true color that. Man, would you look at that? It's like a big zipper. Got some more convection down here developing too. And you guys can see those bubbles on top of the storms too. That's our overshooting tops. Do I cover the weather full time still? Yeah, I mostly do part time. However, I'm starting to change to go back into full time. I just hope when I can, really. Man, tell you what, that thing's really starting to blow up here. Here, let's switch back to radar here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the radar for northeastern Kansas here. Yeah, this radar has always been my go-to. Oh, yeah, look at that. So those are the storms we just looked at on satellite view. Dude, look at all that hail being reported out here. 2.75 inch hail reported in Abilene, Kansas. Gee. Got another report of 1.5, 1 inch. Another report, 2 inch reports, or 2 1 inch reports, I should say. 1.5 inches about by Ogden. Yeah, I mean, you can really see that that pink there. That's, you know, that's that hail core that we're watching here. That thing's likely just dumping tons of ice right now. Yeah, the warning is also for 70 mile an hour winds there too. $50 hail. The top one's for golf ball hail. This one up here. Yeah, St. George is likely getting hit pretty hard. See, what's up? Heard there's an issue with updraft, but a lot of potential, so waiting to see. Yep, exactly. That's exactly what it is. You know, it's just we're trying to, you know, the source of lift is kind of the big problem here. We have the instability, we have the, you know, the wind shear. It's just a matter of getting that warm air off the ground, essentially, into the cooler atmosphere above. Is what's really kind of lacking, but hopefully, well, actually I hope not. But yeah, hopefully we won't see that, but we'll see. I mean, sometimes you can even get some storms initiating just by the, you know, the daylight heating. You know, causes that warm air to rise. I mean, there was a bit of cloud cover earlier, though. So, I mean, that could have, I don't know, that could have prevented some maximum heating, you know. Yeah, I mean, look at that. This morning there was, yeah, all kinds of clouds. Fog and stuff too. You can see also a bit of dust or smoke there as well in that off shade. I think that's dust. Yeah, you can start to see really a lot of that convection starting up here in Texas now too. See all those starting to blow up. Yeah, look at those overshooting tops there. Yeah, man, we got some pretty decent kinematics here. I mean, mid-level winds are a good 60 knots out here in Texas even. Yeah, we're good 65, 70 knots up here in those storms out by Kansas, northeast Kansas. That's popping off here. Almost over 3,000 joules of instability too, mixed layer. We do get a new tornado warning we should talk about. So let's hop back over here to this here. We have a tornado warning for south central Minnesota out by Albert Lee, Bancroft, Alden, Conger, Mansfield, out there by Twin Lakes, Glenville, sorry. So heads up to you guys. This is a radar indicated threat. We have 31 minutes left on this warning here. John says there's some rain that's trying to reach Chicago right now, but I don't think we'll really get anything. I hope you don't. I hope you don't. You know, it kind of applies for you too. The environment's like not really, or sorry, the environment's super capable. Oh, is this what you're talking about out here? Man, look how fast that's moving. That's actually really crazy. Yeah, you know that wind shear is nuts. I mean, what is it out there? That's got to be like super fast. Yeah, you guys got a lower level jet of around 40 knots ish, 35, 40 knots ish. That's probably mid-level, about 50 knots or so, 50, 60 knots. I mean, huh. Yeah, still so far nothing for most of Iowa. Right now we just have a little bit of that line kind of reaching down into northern Iowa currently. Let's see, I really hope not as well. The lift isn't hitting, it seems. Central Iowa might get out of here, but let's not speak too soon as well. Absolutely. I agree. I mean, there could be multiple ways for storms to develop here. I mean, you got the frontal boundary itself that could, you know, spark storms. You also can get surface wind convergence where, you know, you have the winds kind of coming at each other and kind of shooting up. You know, geography even. I mean, it's just, there is multiple ways to achieve lift. So, I mean, it's just a matter of watching it, I guess, you know, just kind of watching it and see what it does. Let's see here. I'm gonna bring up the models again with you guys. Okay, let's look at the new model. HRRR came through. We're gonna go and add up that radar again. I mean, the HRRR does suggest that we do get a little bit of convection going on. This is within the next like 2 hours. I mean, it could happen at any time. I mean, this is 8 o'clock Eastern, which it's getting close to 8 p.m. Eastern now. So, I mean, we'll have to see. Sounds good, man. I appreciate you sticking around. Just all kinds of stuff going on. It's a big risk, though. I mean, it goes all the way down up in the southern Texas. It goes all the way up there, and it shoots through the Great Lakes region. They did cancel that one tornado warning. We have one left here. One tornado warning up in southern Minnesota. Southern Minnesota. Which this one is radar indicated. We have 27 minutes for Albert Lee, Bancroft, Alden, Glenville. So heads up to that. Still got them gravity waves out here. Alright, so golf ball hail. That's a pretty chunky bit of hail. Up by St. Mary's. Wamego, I think it is. 70-mile-an-hour winds, too. Yeah, that's certainly no joke. 70-mile-an-hour winds and golf ball hail is something you really need to kind of be indoors away from windows from. Got another warning up by Altus, Oklahoma, southwestern side, golf ball hail. So, yeah, there's a lot of storms that are pretty significant in hail. Let's see here. I want to see if I can get some cameras up. Let's see here. Cara says I'm in Independence, Missouri. Nice, nice, nice. Be careful out there. So right now we got a bit of activity up in southwest Oklahoma. So let me see if we have any cams out here. This is just west of Lawton. You're in the enhanced risk. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha. Well, stay safe out there. I think Missouri might be a good state to look at cameras. Although, of course, there's really not much going on in Missouri right now. Here, we'll put up a camera in northwest Missouri. I think we have a lot out by Kansas City we can pull up here. Yeah, we have one out in St. Joseph. We can pull up a couple of them. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna pull up some cameras up for the region there. So let's just overlay this here. That way we'll have a camera available to look at. Which that's up in St. Joseph, so, you know, as storms kind of roll into the region there, which, I mean, storms are tracking in that general direction. But, you know, as they do, we'll be able to look at it. Yeah, heads up towards Albert Leah. And Bancroft. You guys need to be in your shelters, too, by Glenville and Alden. We got $half hail, 1.25 inches in diameter, as well being possible. It's a radar indicated threat. Like I said, unfortunately, our radar kind of sucks over here. kind of in a radar dead zone, you know. But how's Ohio looking? Ohio's good right now. Today, Ohio's not a concern today. Tomorrow, though, we need to be weather aware out in Ohio because we do have that enhanced risk and that slight and enhanced risk that we have. A couple storms developing in that newly issued severe thunderstorm watch. Wow. Yeah, 70 mile-an-hour winds is no joke. 70 and 1.75 inch hail. I mean, that's, you got to think of like how much energy that's going to have. So now we're working our way into Texas here. Aspermont. Ping pong ball hail, 70 mile-an-hour winds on that one too. Northwest of Abilene, we got a storm going on here. Quarter hail, 60 mile-an-hour winds, kind of baseline. Ooh. Went up by Sterling City area. That's warned for 70 mile-an-hour winds there. Goodness. Yeah, so tomorrow, this is tomorrow's outlook here that's overlaid. They actually, you know, we do have that level 3 enhanced risk that cuts through kind of the southwestern side of Ohio, cutting through Ohio northeastern side, even for the Cleveland area here, like western Pennsylvania, even into like southwestern and central New York. Okay. So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one storm. You hate bad weather. Yeah, I hear you. It does kind of suck. But, I mean, you know, we'll get through it. I know it's a little nerve-wracking, but here, let me pull up my thing here again. Let's hop back to models here real quickly. So, I mean, like I said, we have a lot of instability here. You know, we overlay that instability, which we'll go ahead and do now, and we'll put the radar on top of it. I mean, yeah, you can see that there's tons of fuel in the atmosphere here. And our wind shear is also, like, super strong, too. Which if I go ahead and overlay our mid-level wind shear and barbs. I mean, we have really strong winds and, you know, good instability. I mean, like I mentioned, it's a really good environment. It's just if we can get those storms to fire, it's kind of what we're looking at, kind of what we're waiting on. I mean, the The latest HRRR, though, does suggest possibly some initiation here within the next 1 or 2 hours. Then we continue to see that line of storms go through Wisconsin here. Oh, wow. That's almost 4,000 ML Cape. That is, like, ridiculous. Goodness. Yeah, talk about some fat Cape. Holy cow. That is nuts. Yeah, I mean, there is just tons and tons of fuel. Yeah, so that's obviously not what's, you know, the issue here. Let's see here. Dew point 2. You know, dew points are great, and, you know, well, in the 60s and stuff. Upper 60s up in the Midwest. I mean, that's pretty high. I'm sure you guys are just really feeling how muggy it is right now. Alright, we still got that radar indicated threat. Tornado warning for southern Minnesota, for Albert Lea and Bancroft, also Alden and Glenville. Here, we're going to hop back to this radar here. We're getting all kinds of hail. Ooh, there apparently was a funnel cloud report here. Storm Chaser reported a brief funnel cloud. Interesting. Landon says, could I check southeast Texas for Friday and Wednesday night? What, for this Wednesday and this Friday? I do know this Wednesday we have that risk out there. Here, let's pull that up real quick. That would be what, day 3, right? Yeah. So yeah, we do have a southeast Texas. So yeah, the risk for Wednesday goes as far south out there by like slightly west of Houston. You know, that's where the level 1 threat, it does go through San Antonio. The level 2 threats for areas by Waco, Fort Worth, Dallas, Texarkana area, Wichita Falls. Yeah, no breakdowns quite yet. You said for Friday too, right? That'd be today. Yeah, I don't think we don't have anything in extended range right now. Just the first 3 days we need to look out for: today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Alright, so west of Topeka, Kansas, we got a couple of severe thunderstorms going on here. Out here by St. Mary's and Wamengo, also for Newberry. 70-mile-an-hour winds and golf ball hail. Let's see here. Is there any tornadoes so far today? I don't think. At least not that I know of. Here, let me pull up SPC's report. Yeah, we don't have any reports as of now. No tornado reports, but we do have on that current tornado warning we have a funnel cloud report. Not tornado. Yeah, brief funnel was reported in Keister. Yeah, Keister. So, Rain, if you could keep other people out of the chat, I appreciate it. Yeah, sorry, I got you. And Michigan, let's take a look at that. Let's see. Yeah, I think you guys are... Yeah, y'all are in that level 2 thread here for today. You're in that slight risk overall. Not really much going on right now, though. Yeah, pretty clear in the area. So we do have that risk for severe weather today, so we do need to be weather aware. We do have a 2% chance for tornadoes out here. Let's see here. 15% chance probability for damaging wind gusts, potentially ranging 60 to 70 miles an hour. And then hail, we also do have ourselves a 15% chance out there as well. So... I mean, things are pretty calm for now. Pretty good for now, but we'll have to keep an eye on it. Yeah, models are kind of unsure of, like, when we could get some storms out there. This will be going on well into the overnight hours. You know what, guys? I think I might just cover night shift tonight. I think here soon I'm probably going to roll off and we're going to cover night shift, okay? Let's see. No problem. Any update with the issues with lifting? Nope, not really. I mean, still pretty much the exact same. Yeah, really not much going on. I mean, it's still, here, let's hop back over here. Still relatively the same here. Still got them gravity waves out here, but nothing much. When is it supposed to be the worst today? Pretty much any time. I mean, throughout the evening and, you know, I mean, pretty much at any time now. Yeah, Rain, I think I'm gonna do nighttime coverage with you guys, because there's a lot of people covering the daytime coverage, which is good. So, anyways, what time? I don't know. Probably midnight, 1 o'clock a.m. or so. Yeah. So if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna go ahead and head off now because I don't want to burn myself up. But at least I got to chill out here for a little bit with you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head off here, guys. We're gonna do nighttime coverage because I feel like that's gonna be much more needed than right now. Okay. Anybody have any questions before I roll off here? Yep, see you later, Kath. But, all right, everybody. Well, thank you all so much for joining. I appreciate it. You guys take care. And like I said, you know, we'll definitely be here for you guys tonight, okay? Yeah, I think nighttime is going to be definitely one of them. Definitely need to be covering nighttime because, you know, nobody can see. It's dark and all kinds of stuff. So we'll be here for you guys tonight, all right? All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining. You guys take care. Stream is going to head off here in 1 minute. So go ahead and say goodbye to your friends, your family, anybody you're hanging out with in the chat. And, all right, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining. We'll see you guys in the next one. All right. See you later, guys. Talk to you later on.